We are joined by another member of the ABC family who is not only an Emmy award-winning journalist, but the host of her own talk show, now in its 5th season, by the way.
She is also an award-winning author, and she is here to share the second book in her true crime series, Watch Where They Hide. Please welcome Tamron Hall.
Tamron. Good to see you, Claire.
I was telling you, the title of this book scares me, just the title.
Oh, no, it's supposed to. I mean, it is a true thriller, mystery. Jordan Manning, a character inspired by my years of being a crime reporter and hosting 6 seasons of Deadline Crime. She is a work of fiction, but I needed her to have that credibility of actual reporting. So I pulled from those years, especially of Deadline Crime. And it is my whole goal, truly, was to keep you up after you read it. The last page, I need you to stay up properly about 3 days. And that means I did my job.
So don't read this book late at night.
Yes, don't do, because it makes it extra scary, and then you'll go up for a whole week.
You gotta love it. In the book, you also talk about racial inequality. And you and I both know that there has race has played a factor when it comes to missing person cases in the newsroom. Still plays a factor to this day. Why do you think that is?
You know, I'll tell you, the first book was As the Wicked Watch, which focused on 2 cases that I covered in 1997, both involving 11-year-old girls. One happened to be African-American in Chicago. The other was in Texas, who was white. And so the first book really explored that. With Watch Where They Hide, I take the reader into the world really of missing persons. But in this case, she happens to be a white mom of 2, and her sister travels from Indiana to Chicago, which is where Jordan is a reporter, pleading for her help. And it was important for me, DeMarco, to make the distinction as a reporter, especially as a general assignment reporter, which we've all been. You don't get to pick who you are covering. You walk in, and your job is to, as a responsible journalist, cover each person. So it was important to me that in this second book, that Jordan's case was someone who was white, someone who was a mom, because this is very different from Jordan. And that's a very critical thing at this very divisive time in the world, that people understand as a reporter, your ultimate responsibility is your credibility and your loyalty to the job of reporting, and that job is to present the facts as they are. Now, Jordan crosses the line. I get the luxury of fiction, where she's almost a vigilante. She's climbing the ranks. She's a local reporter right now behind the anchor desk, which is that coveted job. But for her, is that really the brass ring, or is it to do more? She wants to be a witness, but also a participant, which is very different than what we do.
I gotta read this book.
Oh, yes, it is juicy. It's juicy.
You've been on book tour, so you're getting to actually see people and talk to. What's the reaction been like?
You know what? It's so incredible because, you know, the first book, we did not go on tour. It was right after the pandemic. And I was inside on Zoom doing a lot of fun book clubs. This time we got to go out, so we sold out in Philadelphia coming up. We've sold out in Baltimore. I was in Stamford, Connecticut last night. We sold out. We were at a bookstore in the Bronx, the only independent bookstore, female-owned, brick and mortar in the Bronx. And so we were there, and it's just been, you know, our TAM fam, they're a real deal. They support the show. That's why we've been on for 5 seasons. They've supported Jordan Manning in this adventure. You know, I have to pinch myself sometimes. The only thing that snaps me back into reality is that in about 15 minutes, my son has a pizza party at his preschool, and I will be walking in patent leather, white shoes, and all the other parents will think, what's wrong with me? Those are the things that snap me back to reality.
And you mentioned the Tam fam, die-hard fans, by the way. We should point that out. So the book is in its the second in the series. So will Jordan get a chance to take on the 3rd case for those who are hungry for more?
Oh, thank you for asking, sir. I've already started writing this 3rd, because these cases are all inspired by real things that I covered. In Watch Where They Hide, there was a case in Oklahoma that really shook me to my core. It was a pregnant mother whose life was taken. I was pregnant at the time covering that, and I could never forget the details in her life and her journey. The next book is inspired by a case I covered in Missouri. That's all I'll tell you. And Jordan, really, I'm curious to see where she goes. She loves being a reporter. She loves the passion of the job, but the pull is to solve these crimes, to step over that line. So she's a very complicated person. I include details on her personal life. What is it like for a 30-something-year-old woman who loves her job but also wants to be in love? She's a 360 character that I hope you'll fall in love with and root for. And if you're ever in trouble, DeMarco, you guys just call Jordan.
Just call Jordan.
Don't be afraid.
Or we'll call Tamron.
Call Tamron, right?
I will hang up, but Jordan will save you. I'm scary.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Tamron is the bomb, and you can pick up a copy of Watch Where They Hide everywhere that books are sold. I kind of feel like a television series is on the way too, or something
yeah.
on the big screen.
And good luck at the pizza party.
Oh, God. I wore sauce essentially on my dress already.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.